everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. My name is The Star. I am The Star Crochet, and I make and sell crochet and knit clothing and accessories for men, women, children, and babies. So welcome to another episode. On this podcast episode, I talk about things like what I have been up to, any items sold, finished objects, works in progresses, new listings, new yarn, and yarn labels I go over. So, hi. Let's see, what I've been up to is that I was able to go to a farmer's market this past Saturday, and I did make a couple of sales. So I am very happy about that. I also have been venturing into something new as far as crochet. I worked on a Tunisian crochet ear warmers, and so I have that laid out flat as like my guide of how wide and how long and how of a panel to make for ear warmers. And let's see what else. I started a brand new plushie, just like how I did the elephant and the mouse and the bunny, and now this time I started something new, so I'll go over that in the works in progresses and finished objects section. Alright, so the items that I have sold is that I'll have it pictured right here. I sold an adult blueberry hat, an adult dragon fruit hat, an adult watermelon hat, and I sold a cowl as well. And I thought that was pretty cool that I made those sales. When it came to all the fruit hats that I sold, it's a lady, she came by my market and she bought just the watermelon hat first. And so she was looking at it and she was just like undoing the flap that goes in the bottom of all hats that are made that way. And so she was just like, ooh, this is really nice, I like this. Ooh. And then she bought the watermelon hat, and then moments later, she went to her car first, and then she tried it on, and then she came back, and then she was like, I just came to that car and I just put it on, but I love these hats, I want to get even more. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then that's when she bought also the blueberry hat and the dragon fruit hat. And I love how that became like a positive thing as far as sales and people liking it and everything. Because when I bought that fruit hat, it's a one weight yarn, a sock weight. I don't like saying fingering weight, but it's a sock weight yarn. And it originally was to make socks. That was my first intention when it came to those, is to make socks. And then I had so many of that fruit yarn that I was just like, I want to use up this yarn and not hold on to it for a long time. So then I made those lacy hats, and this is the second time that I have made a sale in another market that I have made a sale with those lacy hats. And I've made a couple of sales on Etsy with those lacy hats, so it's like I need to get more of that fruit yarn because I have been making sales, and it's going to be perfect for when the winter is finishing up, like it is kind of right now, and how it'll be spring and summer. Those hats will be amazing for spring and summer, as well as it is amazing for now as well. Okay, so those are the sales I made. The finished objects that I have, I'll start with where I left you guys off last time with the finished objects. I have made more baby beanies. So, this is another pair of 6 beanies that I have made, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the sizes that I have, and when it comes to the markets, I'm selling these for $10 each. So I have this one right here, which is a size preemie. I have a size 0 to 3, size 3 to 6, 6 to 12, 12 to 24, and then size 3 to 10 years with this hat right here. So when it came to making the hats, I used a worsted weight yarn, acrylic 100%, and I had used one of the pound skeins, like 1 pound brand, or not brand, it's just like the off label. I think it's Caron 1 pound that I used. I can't quite remember. See, I have it right here. This is Caron 1 pound that I used for these hats. And there goes the hats. Okay, so I used that when it came to all these hats right here. And then my next finished object I have is, I want to consider this a finished object because this is the Tunisian crochet ear warmers that I have made. And I love what I used, the pattern that I used. I read a pattern off of this Tunisian crochet book right here, pattern book I have. So it's just a whole bunch of Tunisian crochet, you know, patterns, hence being a pattern book. So I got this for Christmas and I love it so much because I was able to tell right away that these stitches in here are completely different than the first pattern book that I purchased for myself. You know, being Tunisian crochet, if you don't know what Tunisian crochet is, it is just like how all of these loops right here are on this hook. That is how you work the rounds. That's how you work the rows, and that's how you work the stitches. You always keep a bunch of loops on the hook, and then you do some form of like different stitching while working on the hook. And so it'll always look like this on going along the row, and then when you're at the end of the row right here, it'll be like 1 loop on the hook and that's it. But anyway, this is Tunisian crochet and it has 150 stitches. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then my last finished object that I'm so happy about this. So what started this, I'll show you guys first. It is a whale shark. See? So what started with me crocheting whale sharks is that I had my cousin that I still live with, you know, my little cousin. She was just like, can you make me a whale shark? And so I was just like, yeah, sure. And then she sent me a picture from Pinterest of what she saw of the crochet whale shark. And so I was like, yeah, I can make it for you. And then after she sent me the pictures and I looked at it, all it took was just me looking at the pictures to make this right here. I don't need, you know, a free pattern when it comes to making anything new. I just need the picture. That's how I made this octopus right here, the giant octopus. I just looked at, 2 pictures and that was it. But this guy, hello. So I made him, and this is the very second whale shark that I have made. This is the first one after I made my little cousin's whale shark. So this one is going to be for sale. I'm not sure how much, probably $22 or maybe 20. I'm not sure. And then that is all for the finished objects. And then the works in progresses is another whale shark. So this is what he looks like. Before his eyes, before all the, white spots on top of him, before all the fins, before the tail. And this is what I have so far. And so I was making reels for, like recording videos for reels. And this is, you bet this is a part of it. Because I try to track everything that I make into reels. And I'm getting better at it, I feel, and I'm happy about that. So I have the body completed, but without the fins and the tail. And so this right here is going to be the tail. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to fold a good half of it and then just continue to work these rounds right here. So it'll look like that. You know what I mean? I don't have any new listings and I don't have any new yarn. I've been kind of falling behind when it comes to the listings because it's just a lot of work for one person. And I do the best I can. And now is the yarn labels. I'll be right back with those. So I have just 4 yarn labels, and here they are. I have the Happy Value Craft yarn from Joann's, and this is for $1 for a skein, and it's about like 87 yards or so. It's not too terrible. And then the Loops and Threads Soft Classic in the color white. The Big Twist Value in the color Cerulean Blue. And then the Big Twist Value in the color Denim Blue. So there was a sale, and it's still going on, with Joann's. There's been a lot of talk that the store might be closing down because they had this big sale, and then during like the middle of the big sale of yarn, they filed for bankruptcy for the second time, and that's not good. And so a lot of people are assuming that the store is going to close because of the second bankruptcy. And I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but if it does happen, I don't want to have to buy yarn that I don't need. So I don't want to panic buy like a lot of people have been doing. And plus I don't have the money to be panic buying yarn just to get what I need, and that's it. Oh, and I have that other yarn label right there too. I'll just let that slide, or I'll go ahead and grab it. Hang on. Okay. So this one is Big Twist Value in Cornflower Blue. And when it comes to the projects that I have been working on, I know I said that I wanted to do this one big outfit planned of a lacy hat, shorts, bralettes, and ankle warmers for the Princess collection. But I might still do that. I'm not sure. I have been kind of being guided to more plushies, to do more plushies. And so, you know, being that spring is coming up, and so I'm not sure if I want to still continue with that big collection because it does consist of a lot of yarn, and I don't have the money for that to be spending like that. So I might halt the collection and just do bralettes and then work on more plushies that contain blue. Or I might just, I don't know. I'm kind of just like at a point where I'm like not sure with how confident I am in the projects, because I will admit the mental illness has been getting worse. Of course, that's naturally as it does. And it's just been harder to do things like planning the yarn and buying the appropriate colors for the projects I intend to have. Like the last 2 yarn hauls that I got, let's see, the second to last yarn haul that I got, all those yellow skeins right there from Parishioners, I bought too many of them and I didn't have a plan, and it was only yellow that I got, so I got like 11, 12 big skeins of the yellow. So I'm just taking it easy, saving money for sure, and we'll just see how that goes. But I'm just hoping that I make more in sales so I can one day panic buy yarn. Just the luxury of that, you know. That is it for today's podcast. If you have made it this far in the video, please check out my social medias such as Instagram, TikTok, if you have TikTok on your phone. I don't have TikTok on my phone because it's still banned, and I deleted it right after I saw that it was banned, and then I heard after I deleted it that it worked all over again. So I just I'm not able to download it again right now, at least. But anyway, such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X, YouTube. Of course, check out this channel, and also check out my memberships such as Ko-Fi and Patreon. And thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!